We are then shown the Resistance fleet, and now the last of the support ships is destroyed to remind the audience again that this is a heavily stressful environment with extremely dramatic events taking place. Though the reality is that these ships have basically one person on them, and we're told that the people are moved to the Radius, so this destruction is par for the course. Also, it is interesting to note that this ship is all that remains of the Resistance, funded and supported by the Republic. What a pathetic organization. The First Order then comment that the Radius is now on critical fuel, so time is running out. We then see Poe demanding answers from Admiral Holdo, as nothing has changed this entire time. She has stood at the bridge watching her fleet be destroyed without sharing a plan of action to anyone. A very interesting plan considering her criticisms of Poe's earlier. Poe then says, "We had a fleet, and now we're down to one ship and you've told us nothing. Tell us that we have a plan, that there's hope." This is probably one of the most desperate pleas for direction that an admiral could receive from her fleet commander, and instead of now sharing her plan with him and her despondent crew, she tells a story about how hope is something you should try and have regardless of whether there is reason to. The quote goes like this: "Hope is like the sun. If you only believe in it when you can see it, you'll never make it through the night." What utter nonsense. As if people who didn't believe in the sun died at night or something. As if the sun wasn't something that people didn't believe in at night. You're going to see the sun rise and fall several times before you're able to conceive of reality anyway. What is this analogy? It honestly sounds like something someone invented on the spot and hopes desperately that people will just absorb it and think about it on their own personal level instead of really going through the words themselves. Her analogy practically translates to her saying, "Poe, you need to listen to me and follow orders even if it looks like I am completely incompetent or that I'm causing the deaths of the entire fleet." Or another way to put it,
he's a hothead and he takes risks and he needs to learn to work with others or whatever.
He needs to learn to blindly follow authority.
Yes.
Poe then sees that Holdo is fueling the transports and rightly declares, "We're abandoning ship? That's what you got? That's what you brought us to." I actually love this line because Poe is saying what the audience feels. The Admiral has brought them to desperation. There are no shields, no protection, and no weapons on the transport ships. Poe says that if they abandon the Radius, there is no hope and they will die. He then rightfully calls Admiral Holdo a coward and a traitor while she stares back at him, a face filled with guilt. This is clearly a setup for Poe to take leadership, as the Admiral is not prepared for the job whatsoever. She is clearly in way over her head, and Poe will become the leader as he was meant to be, likely moving on to the third film as Admiral Poe, who fights the battles rather than ordering others to do so. There's a lot of potential for storytelling here. Poe then tells Finn about Holdo's plan and that they need to hurry up before it's too late.